75% of cars on the shoulder didn't quit because they were old. They quit because somebody skipped a $50 habit. Yet a tiny group of drivers routinely push the odometer past 500,000 miles without a single catastrophic repair bill. How? They follow a playbook the manuals barely hint at, and the dealerships hope you ignore. In the next few minutes, you'll learn 20 ruthless, reality-tested secrets that turn any sensible sedan, truck, or crossover into a long-haul legend. We'll debunk lifetime fluids, expose one update hiding in your infotainment screen that can nuke an entire transmission, and finish with the $2 notebook that scares shady mechanics more than a hidden camera. Keep watching. The tip at Secret 20 is the multiplier that makes every other trick on this list twice as powerful. Ready? Let's rewrite the expiration date on your ride. The 60-second oil lifeline. Most engine wear occurs in the first minute after startup when thick, cold oil hasn't reached the cam bearings. So idle exactly 1 minute, no more, no less, then drive gently under 3K RPM until the temp needle rises. That tiny window coats metal before stress, preventing micro-scoring that snowballs at 100K miles. Skip it, and those early scars turn into piston slap by 200K. After that minute, drive gently and keep revs below 3,000 until the temp needle begins to rise. Quick bridge. Warm oil is good, but even the best oil turns deadly under the wrong schedule. 2. The 5K or 6-month rule, period. Automakers push 10K mile intervals to brag about low ownership costs. Independent labs show oxidation spikes at 5K, sludge begins at 7K, and turbo engines are the first casualties. Change full synthetic every 5,000 miles or 6 months, whichever arrives first. The $60 you spend now saves the $4,000 short block you'll need later. Third, transmission. Lifetime is just PR. Transmission fluid shears long before it darkens. At 60,000 miles, clutch particles turn ATF into liquid sandpaper. Drain and fill, never power flush. Every 50 to 60K, CVT owner? Cut that to 40K and add an auxiliary cooler if you tow or live in desert heat. Remember, lifetime really means until the warranty ends. But even the perfect drivetrain boils if its coolant turns acidic. Fourth, coolant's hidden acid timer. Long-life coolant lasts 5 years, not forever. After 60 months, corrosion inhibitors die, pH plummets, and tiny passages in the head gasket become electrolytic targets. Flush at 5 years, 50,000 K miles with OEM spec premix. Ignore the color. Brands share dyes. What matters is the additive package designed for your metal blend. 5. Boiling point betrayal. Brake fluid. DA-T3 absorbs 3% water in 3 years, dropping its boiling point 100 degrees Fahrenheit. A long downhill grade can then turn hard pedal into spongy panic. Pressure bleed every 2 years. For performance or heavy towing, switch to DOT4 and test moisture yearly with a $20 meter. When you're confident in stopping, think about turning. The next secret quadruples tire life. 6. Four-wheel alignment. Every 15 times hitting one pothole can shove a wheel 0.05 degrees off. That tiny angle scrubs rubber like 40 grit sandpaper. Schedule a digital alignment every 15,000 miles or whenever the steering wheel sits crooked. The $90 shop fee beats $1,000 in prematurely bald rubber, plus the fuel economy penalty. Speaking of rubber, here's the inflation hack pilots use. 7. PSI. Precision, not guesswork. Check tire pressure, stone cold every month with a digital gauge, not the gas station stick. Target the door jam spec plus 2 PSI for freeway commuters, minus 2 PSI for snowy traction. Consistent pressure cuts rolling resistance, evens wear, and shields rims from impact bends. Tires turn, but it's your suspension that absorbs the beating. Here's a bushing saver most techs forget. 8. Grease the silent suspension killers. Control arm and sway bar bushings dry rot before they tear. Twice a year, shoot silicone-safe suspension grease around the rubber lips. It takes 5 minutes, stops squeaks, and prevents cracks that cascade into 1,200 front-end rebuilds. Up top in the engine bay, another rubber part follows its own ticking clock. 9. Timing belt, 7 years max. Heat cycles and brittle belts, even if you barely drive. Replace timing belts and tensioners plus water pump at 7 years or 90,000 miles, whichever hits first. Interference engine? A snap equals bent valves and a 3K head rebuild. With spark timing safe, let's talk spark quality. 10th. Plug and coil. Power cycle. Iridium plugs may reach 100K, but coils rarely do. Swap plugs at 70K and replace coil boots simultaneously. Rough idle gone, MPG restored, and unburned fuel stays out of the catalytic converter. A $1,500 part federal law says you can't ignore. Fuel isn't clean either. Secret 11 strains the dirt out. 11th. 2-filter fuel defense. Modern engines hide a second sock filter on the pump. Replace the inline filter every 30K to 60K, then pull the pump at 120K to swap the sock. Dirt-free fuel lets expensive injectors live long past 300K, but vapors inside the crankcase do their own damage. 12th PCV valve for pennies. A stuck PCV spikes crankcase pressure, blows rear main seals, and guzzles a quart every 1K miles. The fix? A $15 valve every 40K. Twist out, twist in, done. Airflow meters deserve love too. Let's clean one. 13th. MAF sensor. Spray only, spa day. Every 20K spray, your mass airflow sensor with dedicated cleaner. Never brake clean. Accurate airflow data restores throttle snap and saves 5% fuel. Dirty sensor? The ECU overfuels, diluting oil and undoing all our earlier engine work. Now, aim that cleanliness under the chassis. 14th seasonal undercarriage wash. Road salt doubles corrosion speed. High-pressure underbody rinse every winter month in snowy states or quarterly elsewhere prevents brake line rot and frame rust. Think of it as dental floss for steel. Corrosion also chews electrical grounds, which leads us to 15th. Dielectric grease and grounds check. Once a year, unbolt major grounds, battery to chassis, engine to frame, wire brush bright, and coat with dielectric grease. A solid ground cures phantom misfires, ABS warnings, and infotainment gremlins that dealers misdiagnose as module failure. Electronics need juice? Treat the battery right. 16th. Smart battery. Tendering? Short trips never fully recharge the battery. Attach a smart tender overnight once a month. It desulfates plates, doubling lifespan and preventing alternator overwork. Average cost, $40. Average towing bill when you don't, $150. But even charged batteries die from heat. The fix is airflow. 17. Cooling. Fan and radiator cap. Reality check. Caps lose spring tension after 5 years, reducing boiling point by 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Pair a new cap with a biannual electric fan test. Overheating slaughters head gaskets faster than any skipped oil change. Inside the cabin, another fluid quietly grows mold. 18th. AC drain and cabin filter discipline. Swap the cabin filter every 15K and snake the AC drain twice a year with weed whacker cord. A dry evaporator means no footwell flooding, no mildew smells, and a blower motor that reaches 300K instead of frying at 120K. Cars are rolling computers, so software matters. 19. Flash the latest ECU TSBs. Many automakers publish free software updates, service campaigns, that fix harsh shifts, turbo lag, or misfire codes. Ask the dealer to flash the latest technical service bulletins during oil changes. Updated logic often outperforms aftermarket tuners, without voiding warranty. Now for the multiplier that unites all 19 secrets. 20. The $2 logbook that outsmarts breakdowns. Grab a pocket notebook or any maintenance tracking app. Record date, mileage, parts, and symptoms every time you touch the car. Patterns leap off the page. Oil loss every 800 miles equals imminent seal failure. New tires cupping early equals alignment slip. Show this log at resale and watch buyers pay a premium because they trust the mileage isn't a ticking time bomb. There it is. 20 battle-tested secrets that push ordinary metal far beyond the 500,000-mile frontier. None are glamorous. Most take less than an hour. And together, they form a defense line stronger than any extended warranty. Remember, car makers design for the average owner. You're no longer average. You're the driver who warms oil for 60 seconds, who who flushes brake fluid before the pedal begs, who logs every filter and fuse like a pilot's flight book. Dealerships call that obsessive. High-mileage legends call it freedom. If today's checklist opened your eyes, hit the like button so the algorithm shares these truths with someone one breakdown away from giving up on their ride. Remember, machines don't decide when to quit. Maintenance does. Keep wrenching smart, keep records smarter, and we'll meet again at 600K.